Hey everyone, thank you for joining me. So on today's video, since it's the last individual sketch video, I decided to do a sketch that I think I did in November. And when I was looking at it, I was like, this would make a really great square card. So today we're going to change it up and we're going to do a square card. So just pause here to get your measurements. I've already cut my pieces out and have everything with their mats ready to go. And for my size of the square card, I decided to do a 5.5 by 5.5. If you have 8.5 by 11 paper, it kind of works out the best. So you just have to cut down your 8.5 side down to 5.5 and then fold. And you'll get a perfect square card. And for the base, or the mat, I guess I would say, for this one, I would make it 5 3/8 by 5 3/8, and then your pattern paper would be 5 1/4 by 5 1/4. And we're just going to go ahead and put this one down. And then I believe, yep, I go ahead and I attach this one to the base. A lot of times I try to attach it right away before I start adding. If I'm going to add layers and stuff like that. It just depends. I try to make sure I only add it to the base if I'm not doing ribbon or anything like that, that I need to make sure is underneath the base piece. But we're not doing that on this one. So for the square piece here, I decided to go back to that tree paper. And the best part, there's always little scraps and stuff like that. And some of these sketches, it really does work well to, use up some of the scrap pieces. Now this piece, which is like the washi tape basically, um, in the picture, it only peeks out a little bit from underneath our centerpiece, but I decided to take mine across the entire length because when I did it on the other card, it seemed like, it was literally only just a small piece that was sticking out of each end. And I was like, well, I kind of want to see that more. So I decided to go ahead and put it across the entire line. And then we're going to continue on. Now this piece here, um, I did create a mat for that as well, which I think, unfortunately, and I do apologize, it's off camera. Sometimes you don't realize that you're not still within the frame, and with this being a square card, it took up a little bit more room. So once I had it on its mat, I added some foam tape. Actually, I think it was some fun foam, that's why I was gluing. And then on this particular one, I'm using a lot of foam. And what I decided to do was in the very center for the sentiment, I liked using the round stickers that were already, in the sticker book. So what I'm doing is I'm taking some of that fun foam, putting the adhesive side down, and then adding a little bit of glue so that way when the sticker goes on, it's even and it'll lay nice and, flat for the most part, because the sticker is flimsy. You can put it on a piece of paper and cut around, but I was like, I don't need to do that. Just put some foam and it does the trick. And then I decided to grab one of the sentiments, add a little foam tape, and then we're going to put it right there in the center of the wreath. And what worked out so well is because that was a sticker sheet, the non-sticky side of the fun foam I put down on the sticker, and then I could peel the backing and then attach it to the card. And then from the last month when I did the whole how to create your own basically enamel dots that you can use on projects, I just grabbed 3 of those and attached it with some of the art glitter glue, and the project is complete. And then I did the same thing with this one with no foam, just leaving it nice and flat. And then I used more of a clear dewdrop from the ones that I created. So you can see the difference. The one, it does sit lower. It's, you can see it's flatter. I actually like the one with the foam better. I think it gives it a little bit more interest, even though it's the similar techniques, it's the same pieces. It's just one has that raised look and the other one doesn't. But I think they both look really pretty. And then, of course, if you're someone like me normally, I like to put a lot of enamel dots and sequins. So I was really restrained on this, just using the three. But I say go to town. Go with what makes your heart happy. All right. So thank you guys for joining me. This is the last day of the individual sketches. Tomorrow I'm going to share with you all of the cards that we created. And I really do hope that you all have a very peaceful Christmas Eve and a very Merry Christmas tomorrow. Thanks again. Have a good day.